I want to thank Brent for all of his guidance and leadership in our Discover Partner Co series. It's very influential, very helpful in the feedback that he gave to us, and also validated our pathway to senior officer. So thank you for your leadership and your guidance with that. Now, I got to tell this last story because he pulls me aside before I get up here. He's like, Dan, here's my coaching for this morning for you. Don't suck. and I get up there and I'm like, actually, I was like, my words back to him was like, well, Brent, you follow me, so you get to clean up everything that I say. So with that, coach, you get to clean up everything that I just said. So Mike is yours.
Well, and as I was coming up, Dr. Crystal Vance was back in the back and she said, just so you know, you need to do this fast. Okay, these people are wanting the sunlight. So no, Dan, Lucy, all the executives, thank you so much. I mean, one of the things before I share this really quick is I just got back from Utah not too long ago, a few weeks ago. I've been traveling a lot, so all my days are mixed up. But one of the things that at the event at a Discover Partner Co., one of the things that we were talking about with Darren and John was, what is the one core value that we really feel like as a company is that just that special core value as we leap into the future and grow this company to $1 billion and beyond. And we were sitting there talking, and it was culture. And I share that today because as I look at Todd Rowland, or I look at James Zhang, or I look at Greg Tedrow, or I look at so many of you leaders, whether it doesn't matter what team you're on. It matters more importantly about this company and what we're doing in this industry and bringing health and prosperity to the world. And that is, to me, the most important thing and the hardest thing to get in a company. And as a company excels and continues to grow, all of us get to protect that core value in supporting each other. And I had the honor, and I kept it, Dr. Plant. I had the honor of meeting Dr. Plant in Utah. Can I say that now? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, no, okay, I did not. But here's the thing. We were talking, and that was one of the things that he said. There's just a stir here inside of this company, but it's because of all of us. And we keep that pure as we grow, and we take care of each other, and we blur the lines of sponsorship, and we support everybody. And at the end of the day, we will build the biggest building in this industry. And we're an unstoppable locomotive. And I share that because I'm going to share with you what I see in this road to senior officer. And I really hope one of the things for me that I pray for is never stop learning. You know, I've been through a lot of things in this industry. And I always want to be learning. And so we were doing these Discover Partner Codes, and they started talking about paid as manager titles and paid as vice president titles. And I'll be honest with you, at first when I heard it, I'm like, no, because it's changed. It's something different. So I took it and I started writing, right? Because instead of knocking it, it was like, no, I'm going to put it down on paper and I'm going to see, what makes sense to me. And it took some massaging out. And then I started actually sharing it with people at a one-on-one to just see what the prospect would say. Sharing it at a training with the team, seeing what they would look, see their head nods. Because I could have the best idea in the world, but if it doesn't resonate with people, it doesn't matter. And so I'm going to share, if I could get, I've got two amazing volunteers right here. Karen, would y'all help? So if I could get Andrew, would you come up? I need 5 volunteers really quick. Julie, will you come up? Tammy? Yeah, Michelle. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Andrew? So I'm going to space them out, okay? Michelle, come here. You stay over here. Okay? Just space out a little bit. I am a coach, so I'm a visual learner. How many of you are visual learners? You got to see something. So, I was taught by my mentor years ago that we've got really one job in this industry, and that's get people in, get them paid very soon, and then move them along the pin race, right? Move them along because people will run for recognition, okay? Sometimes over money. So as I was looking for this roadmap for senior officer, let's say Julie is the senior officer. She's like the telescope, right? This is where we want to get everybody. We want to get everybody to the paid as senior officer, $13,334, optimizing the line, making $160,000 a year, $13,000 a month in income. We want to get everybody here. But I've got to start with the brand new person. So Michelle is the brand new person. Okay, so I'm going to take everybody through. You got to play with me here, Michelle. So I bring Michelle into the business. And I want to share with you how I look at this roadmap to senior officer. Okay? I bring Michelle into the business. I have 4 Fridays. Bob Budd says it the best. Get it off your back. Get them to what? Ultimate. Why do I? So, but here's the thing. I got to tell Michelle. Michelle doesn't know that. I'm like, Michelle, this is ultimate. Andrea is ultimate. She's step number 1. So I look at Michelle and I say, Michelle, you're here. Let's get it off your back. Let's get you to ultimate because here's what's going to happen. Okay? You're going to earn with our system of growth. You're going to earn $2,000+ your first month. Does that sound good?
Yes.
All right, that's awesome. But not only that, you're gonna unlock like 30% payout for life. You're gonna unlock 5 lines of business. You're gonna unlock the match pay, which by the way is the biggest way we're paid here over time. I mean, you're gonna love that. Do you want to go there? So many times we don't ask the people what they want. If I could help you get to that place, would you like to go there? We download boards. We show how to post twice a day. And then at that moment, like we're locked up. We're locked up. Okay? And over the next 4 weeks, guess what? Boom. I take Michelle right here to ultimate status. She's made $2,000+ her first 4 Fridays. She's unlocked 30% for life. She's unlocked match pay. She's unlocked 5 lines of business. Okay? But I took her to ultimate. Now, once I get her there, I have the next conversation. The next stepping stone towards senior officer. And here it is. Michelle, congratulations, by the way. Also, we recognize you. It's amazing. Listen, if I could help you take and start to earn $1,000 of residual income, would you want to?
Absolutely.
Okay, look, we call it manager in the company, but when you're a paid as manager, just so everybody knows, when you're a paid as manager for 12 months, you're earning about $14,000 a year. That's the stats and the data from the company. Well, that's over $1,000 a month. When I was a high school principal, getting started in this industry, $1,000 a month changed my life. Don't forget it, Brent. Don't forget it because you're making the big money. You better remember how it was to be the brand new person. So I have that conversation with Michelle. Michelle says yes, and I go, look, here's what we got to do to get there. I'm going to lock arms with you. You need 1,000 in your line 1, and you need 1,000 in volume in your line 2. You're running the system of growth, so here's the deal. We got to make some conversions happen. Okay, you got customers. We need to go get them. Because if we can get 2 people in your line 1 running the system of growth, moving, let's just say at 10 box every week, and we get 2 people in your line 2 running the system of growth, we can get you to manager, okay? Can I help you convert some people? Can you get them on the Zoom with me so we can do some presentations with those customers? Oh yeah, we can do it today. And we go to work, okay? 1,000 in her line 1, 1,000 in her line 2, boom, she just hits manager, okay? And we have a celebration. It's the next landmark. You're a paid as manager, you're gonna make $1,000 a month, okay? At that point, I'm having the next conversation with Michelle, okay? Listen, congratulations. If I can help you, what if I can help you make an extra $3,000 a month? Okay? We call that rank vice president. Listen, vice president is $35,000 a year, not counting your retail profits. Now add that up, divide it up by 12, guess what? Right at $3,000 a month. Okay? She just said yes. Here's what you need, Michelle, to get to vice president. And I'm going to help you do it. You need 3,000 in volume each week in your line 1, 3,000 in volume in each week in your line 2. Okay? Running the system of growth, that's about 6 people in your line 1. Hosting twice a day, converting, 6 people in your line 2. Okay? Let's go get those customers. Let's go. By the way, volume is volume in our comp plan, so that's pretty cool, right? It doesn't matter. Let's go find customers to convert to brand partners and teach them how to run the system. We do that together, and guess what? She's now a vice president. $3,000 a month, right? So, stay right there, because we locked arms, we took her from, remember what I said, our job is to get them in, get them paid with Ultimate, unlock all the comp plan, and then move them along the pin rank in the next income level. $1,000 a month at manager, and now $3,000 a month at vice president. Now they're breaking vice president, and now we're having another conversation. If I helped you, would you want to go there? Right? Sometimes we try to push people without even asking. No, just go. And we're like, why don't they want to go? Because you don't ask. There's a great book out there called Neuroseller. I highly recommend it. And it talks about asking the customer what they would like. Like if I could help you get an extra 5 pounds off, would you want to? I've got this amazing product. So now I have this conversation with Michelle, and I say, Michelle, listen, congratulations, $3,000 a month. You stay paid as vice president, you're going to continue. But listen, I would love to show you how to make 6 figures. If I could show you a way to make an extra $13,000 a month, like $160,000 a year, would you want to do that?
Yes.
All right. I'll show you how to do it. I'll help you, because here's the thing. We get 13,334 in your line 1 and 13,334 in your line 2. You've already learned how to convert customers to brand partners. We've been doing it together. Okay. Here's what I know. If I get about 10 people in my line 1 running the system of growth, 10 people in my line 2 running the system of growth, there's enough product sales going on and enough conversions going on, it's going to help you optimize this line. Let's go to work. Let's do it. Let's do it. So then we lock arms and we go to work, right? And guess what? We get her here. We get her here as a senior officer. We celebrate Michelle, right? We celebrate Michelle by we took her through Ultimate, making $2,000+ first 4 Fridays. To manager, making $1,000 a month, paid as manager. To vice president, $3,000 a month, paid as vice president for the year, right? And now she's over here as a senior officer. And now I can look at her and go, look, Michelle, you saw the pathway. The way to create a business where it doesn't just strike once, but you're a paid as, is you start breaking ultimates and then managers and then vice presidents, right? As long as you have 2 vice presidents and 8 managers in your line 1, paid as, and 2 vice presidents and 8 managers in your line 2, you're always going to be a paid as. So it goes back to the conversation I had yesterday with Susan Cameron. It's like, if we can help everybody like level up and give them what they need, we'll never have to worry about where we're at, right? And so this demonstration, now I drew it up because I believe if I can come in front of a person and share with them what we have and then deliver a plan in front of them, people are visual learners. And to me, without a board, I didn't have that today, this is the visualization. It's a 4-step process. In my previous company, we had a 4-step process that we dominated. We blew the business up. And because of that, since I was in my 30s, this has been a 6 and a 7-figure income stream for me and my family. And so this right here, when I saw it, but I want to tell you, because you might be where I was at, when I first saw it, I'm like, oh, I don't know. But the more I dove in, it made more sense to me because of people needing landmarks of step 1, then step 2, then step 3, and then ultimately the grand prize of step 4. Thank you so much. Given the demonstration, I want to share this. I want to bring up Coach Todd Rowland. Before I bring him up, I got to say something about it. Yeah. No, you stand up here with me. There's nobody more competitive than me and Coach. Like, and my son's here, he can tell you, like, if I can spike a whatever in his face today, like, I'll never let him win a game, right? Now, he's like, he beats me now, but I'm competitive. I want to go to the top. Todd's competitive. He wants to go to the top. But I want to share something with you that we did years ago. And I tell him this all the time, and he he's like, oh, no, because he doesn't like to be bragged on. And I said, I'll forever be indebted to you and grateful for you. You will always be one of my closest friends. Because when I was having a challenge in the industry, I found him. And we locked arms together. And as we locked arms together, it's like we can do so much together, celebrating each other, congratulating each other, and supporting each other. And so I'll forever be grateful for him. And then I got to meet, I feel the same way. I can go to Greg Tedrow, I can go to James Zhang, I can go to many of you in the crowd. And I share that as I am in turning to Coach. I'm forever grateful for you. You know that. I say it all the time. But this is what makes it so special. This is why when people come to this company, they go, wow, it's different. Danny, it's different. Why is that so different? Because we're just different. Like we're so inviting, right? It's kind of like showing up to a church and you're like, man, I don't go there, but it feels really good. And we've got that pixie dust because we've got people that's got heart and they really care about making a difference. And it starts from the top with the Wadsworth family and the Zobrist family and the executive team that they brought on. And I pray to God that we always keep that right at the front because we're an unstoppable locomotive. So, Coach, I'm going to turn it to you because I know you've got a few things to share.
I have 4 quick points, but I got to say that before I get to the 4 points. One is, although we're hyper competitive, we don't let ego get in our way. You got to always keep that in check. And number 2, we work in a competitive system of abundance, not scarcity. Yeah. A lot of people, when they get into the real competition, they start creating a small circle around them, and you'll always die slow deaths. When you see your team slowing down, ask yourself if you removed it from the source. Because when you do, it always goes backwards. I've seen it for 24 years now. So you've got to stay plugged into the source. That's the reason Brent and I do the call together every morning. Most people on that call don't even know we're not on the same team. They don't know who their upline is. Like they think they're my business, my people think they're his business, and it's wonderful. And we invite anybody that's not a part of that call to join us. I think we're up to like 500 every morning now. Okay, so my first point was ditto on what he just said, going senior officer. But I will tell you, I'm not very smart. I'm smart at one thing, finding smart people. And I pick brains constantly. I picked Lindsay and Cindy's brain last night. and when you've been doing this as long as I have, they're not gonna tell you a whole lot, but they gave me one thing last night on a pin post that's gonna be a game changer. I gave them one thing last night on Canada, getting people to open, it's gonna be a game changer for them. So like, find people here and pick their brain, but I don't talk like Dan. I didn't even understand what Dan was saying. It's not a slight against Dan. Dan is corporate. So this is how we do math. Amber was 3,500 points from senior officer last night. So in our language, we say that's 2 30-packs and 1 10-pack. Who can we call and get it right now? And she called them, we got it, and she was senior officer last night. I never, like, I was not a scientist. I'm not a finance guy. You would not be liking me very much if I was in charge of that with this company. Find your role. I find ways that smart people create things to dumb it down where the rest of us can understand it. Like we bridge the gap. So, but we all chase the same thing. Whatever your system is, find your way of delivering it. Number 2, this one may make me cry. But I've had this saying my whole life, especially when I was back when I was coaching football. You never outgrow your leadership. Never. Your cat. And Brent and I were talking when we first got here, where we were 2.5 years ago. We were dead. A lot of you come here from other companies that hear the same story. Only one thing changed: the leadership. The only thing that changed.
Yep.
That's it. Nothing else changed. Guys, I never thought this could happen in network marketing. I'd given up. I was here. I was making a great residual income, living a life of my dreams, but I never thought I would passionately get out here on the road and speak into people's lives again. Susan didn't either. We just didn't think we would ever do it again. Here we are. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Number 3, purpose. There's a lot of studies out there. Like one study says that D3 is maybe the most single important as far as longevity is concerned. I could go through a whole lot of different studies. Got my master's in nutrition, and I can give you all, but let me tell you what it is. It's purpose. People with purpose. They wake up every day with purpose in their life are going to always outlive people that don't have purpose. There's 4 blue zones. That means there's 4 areas in the world that people just live a little longer than the rest of the areas. One is in Costa Rica down there with Chris and Joni are. But they all have one thing in common. They all have purpose. They're all very family driven. And they also eat whole foods. They also get exercise outside every day. But I will tell you, if you want to create wealth in this industry, find your purpose. And once you find yours, get really good at giving other people purpose, because most have lost their purpose in 2025. They just got lost throughout the way. You have to speak it back into them. Can I pull that slide up, Kevin? Thank you. All right.
No, it's
So Friday afternoon, I get a call from Susan Cameron, and she's on CEO 2 weeks in a row. We all know that we can manipulate things a little bit to get a pilot down. But when you go CEO 2 weeks in a row, that means 5 out the mind's legs, 2 weeks in a row, you're cooking, baby. You're cooking with grease. So I'm already down here trying to relax, and I pick up my phone, and this is the text from her. It says, if you can't read it, she's in Orlando. By the way, she stops in Orlando to do a meeting on her way to the Dominican Republic. That's the first thing you should recognize. But number 2 is, how can I hook up to a TV and present? She's CEO 2. Chairperson 2. See? Case in point. Listen, she's not good at the small stuff. And Susan's worse. But they can deliver hope and purpose into people's lives like nobody I've ever seen. I didn't respond. I got the text. I just didn't even respond. I was like, if she's made it this far without hooking up to a TV, she's going to make it one more night. I don't
let me tell you. I suppose like it's just a little separate point. So what you do is you send the presentation to all of the attendees onto their cell phone so they can just sit there and look at it. Nice. You don't have that. But yes, Todd, I need help. Anybody can do this.
That was a good workaround.
Okay. now to the last piece of the puzzle, which is what I was supposed to do. We're in the business, when we start here, of restarting our lives. So some of you have won this trip very quickly, and you're still in that phase, like you're trying to get a credit card paid off, you're trying to get cash flow back in your life, you're trying to develop a little bit of confidence, a little bit of purpose in your own life again. But the second you get it, if you want to start driving senior officers, this whole game switches off of you onto the next person. It's never about you again. I don't care if you like them. I don't care if you don't like them. I don't care if there are personality conflicts with them. Your job, 24 hours a day, is to make other people money. Give them hope. Speak confidence and life into them. That is your 24-hour-a-day job. Swallow your pride. Swallow that there are personality conflicts with you. Swallow that they're getting more attention than you are at a meeting or on a Zoom or whatever it is. Get that junk out of your head. That's why you are where you are. You're stuck. Get it away from you. Start making people money. So I'm not very smart, but I know more about people's businesses than they do. People that work with me know I have like 700, probably should say this publicly, I have like 700 IDs and passwords in my, I know their legs. I know second, third leg. Like I know better than they do what they need to do. Except I don't have to do that for Susan and Susan, because guess what? That's what they do. Matter of fact, she was just showing me on Monday what she printed off. So on Monday morning, she had one optimized leg. Your other top leg had 5,000 points, right? So Monday morning, she woke up with an optimized leg, 5,001, and the rest were between 2,000 and 4,000. So she was just showing me her list. She went into her striking distance report into other people's businesses, started calling other people that needed title advancements, and said, "You're going to vice president this week. That means we need 1 30-pack and a 10-pack. Who are we going to call right now?" And by Friday, she optimized 5 legs. Okay? The last thing I will say in conclusion, if you're not senior officer, you're going to follow this program that Brent just went through. But if you are senior officers, she didn't wake up Monday morning and say, "How do I go senior officer again this week?" She woke up and said, "How do I get 5 legs optimized? I only got 1 right now. I got 4 more done." How does she think? Like me. You ain't got time to go all through all that small stuff. I need X amount of points. So I'll just tell you the math real quick. You want to optimize a leg? Our math is you need 9 openings. You need 26 10-packs. You need about 76, you need 126 200-point packs. So what's easier, to get 126 200-point packs or 9 openings? And then the ultimate goal is you want to wake up every Friday morning with 134 100-point auto ships, and that's how you wake up with an optimized leg. That's the end result. So learn that, master that, teach that, and go drive purpose into other people's lives.
Amazing, amazing. Oh my goodness. So much vision, purpose, and teaching to help you go and change your business. So thank you so much to our leaders who spoke today. Thank you, John and Darren. Thank you, Josh, for being here. We're so happy that you're a part